Financial Survival Network, helping you to survive and thrive in the new economy. Get our complimentary newsletter at financialsurvivalnetwork.com. This is the Financial Survival Network.
Financial Survival Network is presented to you by Regal Assets. Buy and sell physical gold and silver through your existing retirement plan, 100% tax-free with Regal Assets. If you want to include physical gold or silver in your existing IRA or old 401k, request your free investment kit, which was recently featured in the Forbes and Smart Money Wall Street Journal magazines. Call toll-free 855-678-6620, 855-678-6620, or visit regalassets.com. You're listening to part 2 of the interview. So how long have you been working with the Bell?
Since May, June 2008. And
so we're looking 4 years then, huh?
Mm-hmm. And that was the inception of the interview segment. The Bell itself started with basically the idea that we would take 2 or 3 pieces of mainstream media and give a free market analysis and then discussion and opinion, if you will, with a conclusion. And the Bell was incepted, basically went to Switzerland, and it was all started in Switzerland and remains there as a international publication, and had the experience of living there and understanding we were saying the last, bastions of freedom, basically Switzerland, although things have changed in their direction the past few years too. But having said that, it was an opportunity to big adventure, and coming from Canada and living in Canada. My husband is actually his mom is American, and so he grew up in the United States, spent a lot of time there. And so we went, and we're very lucky to have that experience. And to live abroad, of course, is something that not everybody gets to do, but was a really fun experience to do that.
And the Bell has really grown a lot in the past 4 years. I mean, I call it the Bell, thedailybell.com. It's really grown, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we started off a number of different targeting. Everybody had sort of their lists and friends, and just started to get it out there, and then started to market through a couple of different organizations through the United States. And as we started to build with the interviews, I mean, basically, when we speak to people and the interviews, we ask people to, of course, carry it on their site, distribute it to their network, and so on and so on, style of marketing. And that's how it's grown over the years. And of course, we've interviewed numerous geopolitical academics, all kinds of trend forecasters and different, very interesting people. There's a lot of information there. The Bell itself is an education. You could spend years there because they've identified definitions and just different people, and pretty much everyone who's come on. I've only had a couple of people that disagreed with a few of the definitions, but primarily it's very well researched. The editors are extremely educated, and in the sense of the free markets and understanding the operations of the world, if you will. And it's an amazing publication, in my opinion, and I feel very fortunate to be a part of it.
Yeah, and it's extremely well written. So besides me, who you interviewed, who was your most interesting or fascinating subject on there? Tough question, I know, but somebody must stand out.
There's, I can't. I mean, when you say, who stands out the most, I mean, David Icke and Jordan Maxwell, who are, real existentialists, I mean, are still to this day, 2 of my favorite interviews, even though I guess just because they are not completely all along the lines of the political, economic, topic continually. They have a different story to tell. And of course, I've always enjoyed Edward Griffin and our time together. I really enjoyed, I enjoyed the judge when we spoke, because some of them, we do them in different formats. Sometimes I speak with them and record our conversations and transcribe. Oftentimes they're written. And So, I've had the opportunity to sort of pick and choose, and I find that, people that I haven't had the chance to meet yet, I like to take the time to actually, make the phone recording and have the opportunity to speak with them. I interviewed Gerald Celente just the other day, and this is the second time that I've interviewed him. And I find Gerald to be an extremely fabulous person. He's come full circle with his career in a sense. I mean, he gets the idea that that human nature is just what it's all about, and he's very community driven and very decentralized driven. And I think that this is going back to my own philosophy that it's got to come, education and change has to come from a real grassroots level, on a moral value level, and he is there. And he's a very good speaker. And so just, my most recent with him was very, very entertaining. It hasn't actually been released yet. And we're saving it for a September issue.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to that. And you're holding an event in the not too distant future. And I think you said he's going to be there.
That's right. I live in Vancouver in British Columbia. And
Which is a great city, by the way. Great city.
Yeah.
And you're hearing that from a New Yorker, so I'm jaded. So that's a real compliment.
Well, for some people who don't know where it is, Vancouver is about 2-hour drive north of Seattle on the West Coast. And I'm very fortunate to live up in West Van, and we have a forest, and I've got creeks here, and there's bears running around in my yard, and deer. And I mean, you might think that it's, the Great White North to a degree, but it is in a sense. But I mean, Vancouver is a thriving, 3 million person metropolis, but there's just so many great areas to live that you can still get away from, the urban environment. But the event that I'm working on is an event called the Seed Event. It's like planting seeds, and the Seed Foundation, Production Foundation, is based in Calgary, and I actually partnered with them this year for this event, and it's an all-day speaking event, and we have an interesting lineup. It's a mix, a very mixed lineup, and the reason they decided to take the project was exactly for that reason. So we've got Deepak Chopra as the headliner, and Adam Dreamhealer is also with us, and he is a molecular biologist and doctor. He believes that you can heal yourself in any way, shape, or form by understanding that we are electric and that your molecules exist within you, of course, and that you bring your mind to that level and you can heal yourself within any issue that may be bothering you. So he's an interesting person. And then we have David Wolf, who is the raw food expert out of Los Angeles, and Gerald Celente from New York, who will be calling himself, his topic is basically the future as we know it. And he calls himself a political atheist. And so he brings a very interesting dynamic to the whole event because, I mean, this event is about wellness and well-being and understanding where you are at a specific level. And everybody's at different places. And so he's an interesting element. So it's a full day event. It's 12 hours of back-to-back speakers. We have a marketplace where we have a number of sponsors with very unique products. We're still looking for sponsors if anyone's interested to come on board. And we have an organic cafe, and so it's at the Peony Forum. We're transforming the Peony Forum, and it's going to be a very unique day for the Vancouver group.
It sounds like a great event, and definitely looking forward to it. So people want to find out more about you, Diana, and the event that you're holding. Where would they go?
They can find out information at Zoppa Media Group and or theseedevent.org.
All right. Well, hey, it sounds great. And we got our first show under our belts. Next week's going to be even better. And to hear this show again, as well as numerous other interviews, financialsurvivalnetwork.com. Sign up for the free newsletter. Diana, we'll talk to you again next week.
That sounds great, Carrie. Thank you.
Thank you.